Can't go too far back. Yeah, phone gonna be drenched. Look who hold me down in the back. The Glenny. Okay, that flap saved the day. Okay. I'm not the only one with this idea. Hold on. Yep. Mine not even working though, I don't think. Well, nah, they not. I am interviewing with Disney today as well to be a part of the entertainment costume department. And we had the bus stop and gotta make sure the bus ain't coming. That'd be crazy. Not seeing my bus in the video past me. Hello. But I'm excited just to see, hopefully I'm able to see the sewing department and stuff like that. Like, I'm excited to see what they got going on. And I'm excited to, hold on, okay. But yeah, I'm excited to see what they have going on. And I'm excited to meet the people that's working behind, like, the magic. Like, I wonder, like, do they love their job? Or do they hate their job? Or, like, what does it look like day to day? You know, so, of course, I'm going to ask my questions. Of course, I'm going to put my charm on. I'm going to put that charm on, love. And I'm going to change out of these wet shoes. Yeah. Yep. But these are my temporary rain boots. They're my Tims, okay? So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just know that I love you. And this has been a journey. Like, I'm going to make an official video once I, sign a lease to an apartment. I think that's the best thing to do. Because once I do that, then I know for a fact that I officially made my move to California, you know? I've been talking and telling my folks about how this is like a soft move. So, you know, it's light. It's slight. You know, I don't know what God will deem okay in this season. And if he will allow me to stay, like, full time. You know, because, of course, I need a job to pay the bills. And, of course, eventually, hopefully, I'm blessed to have a company that pays my bills. You know? So, I love you. If you haven't taken a risk, If you haven't taken a risk today, make sure you plan to take one this week. Because, yeah, let's have some fun in life. Life's too short to not have it. All right. I'll keep you updated on the interview. Heaven. Ooh. Oh, this is so cool. He's doing it. All right, real quick before I forget. So I was just on this bus, right? And the bus, as you see, it was super tight, and it is this girl on here, and you know, she was kind of loud and all that, right? I'm exhausted and I'm tired, right? Of course, I've been, you know, thanking God every day, asking God, like, to reveal to me, I'm supposed to do this, I'm supposed to do that. And this dude come on and start talking to the loud girl about, like, free phones. So they was going back and forth. Then he came, sit kind of like a seat away from me. So how come he starts to talk about God? And I'm like, oh, okay, you know your word. All right. So he brings up the story of Abraham, brings up the story of Moses. So a couple stories that I've read in the Bible. And yeah, I think it's real hype. And he was telling me, like, how he was telling me something I was thinking today, or on the toilet. I was thinking like, yeah, God, you really, nothing's by happenstance. So every job that I work, I'm supposed to work, right? Everybody is supposed to do everything. So the certain things, the specific things that he brings in my path or brings in my journey is important. The people that I meet are very important, you know. So he said that same thing, and I was like, oh my gosh, I believe it. I definitely believe it. So yeah, so he was basically saying how yeah, people don't know God because they don't really, you know, they don't ask of him. And he was asking me what's the name of him, and I say he got a lot of names. So we was just kicking it back and forth. Yeah, he was cool. He was talking about discernment. He was like, how old am I? I was like, you probably like 39. He was like, oh man, okay, yeah. He was trying to make a point, but I kind of like smashed it by the guess or whatever. And he like, okay, yeah. See, I usually get like younger than that, like 30s or like all this other stuff. He like, I'm 47. He was like, yeah, so you're not too far off. He like, you probably just got a higher discernment. I'm like, do I? So yeah, so that was really nice. And he also, and my sister said I got discernment too, so I'm guessing that might be my spiritual gift that I need to, you know, the heighten or like hone and, you know, refine, you know. So yeah, he was talking, he gave me his testimony. His testimony is how what did he do? Okay, so he was in a coma for like a long time. I don't want to say 3 days, but that's the one thing that's coming off my heart. So he was in a coma for 3 days, and he had to get head surgery. And he said after he got out of that, like, he understood and knew that his life meant something, because it really does. You get what I'm saying? So it was just real refreshing hearing him talk about the Lord and his testimony and how, you know, I got a really good job. And all of that. And then when he left, he was like, I'm gonna pray for you. And mind you, I've been telling like random people that, like, this whole trip, like being out here in LA, as soon as I touched down at the airport, I was like, I told this older woman, right, I was sitting down, and she was like, yeah, so older lady, right, she was sitting down, I'm sorry, she was up there. So I was sitting at the airport for like an hour or so, and she turned to me like, is everything okay? I was like, yeah, everything is good, you know, just waiting for my ride. She like, okay, well, yeah, you've been sitting here for like an hour or so, so I was wondering if, you know, you needed some help. I was going to try to help you as best as I can. So I was like, oh, no, I'm good. So then, of course, we started talking. She was from New York. She was in LA because her grandson was walking in a fashion show. And towards the end of the conversation, I'm like, have a great day. She got up to walk away. And then she mentioned that she was 94 years old. I was like, oh my gosh, you're 94 years old. That's crazy. I'm like, you look great. You need to be up there walking in that show, okay? And she like, thank you. And I'm like, pray for me, though. I need you to pray for me. She like, all right, I got you. So he left the train. I think his name was Jesus. I think it was Jesus, like spelled Jesus. But Jesus, she was Mexican. So yeah, he got up and left out and was like, I'm gonna pray for you and your family, Kayleen. They always say Kayleen. So it was great, yo. It was great. And that was it. Like, I thought he was gonna ask me for something, but you know what I'm saying, he just left. And yeah, it was cool. He's like, yeah, I felt something off you. Mind you, I'm exhausted right now, right? Like, I've been waking up at 5 a.m. and like going to sleep at like 12, 1 o'clock. You get what I'm saying? So I've been having like a couple hours of sleep, and I've been a little nervous while I'm sleeping. So like anxious, I guess. And I'm not supposed to, but been anxious. So I haven't been getting full nights because I feel like that if I sleep too hard, I'm gonna miss the alarm, you know? So yeah, I haven't been getting no rest. So I'm really like not even smiling a lot for real on a train or no bus for real. Like, I'm not smiling, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, nor am I trying to make a whole bunch of small talk either. So it's giving like, yeah, like I feel like my spirit is a little tired. You know what I'm saying? But for him to identify, like, what he told me, and which was refreshing, and I'm just thankful because I definitely want to be a vessel for God, and I want God to work through me, you know, and yeah, and of course I feel like that validated, you know, that I'm doing a good job. He definitely said that to me too. He was like, yeah, you know, I just wanted to let you know on God's behalf because God is speaking through me to you. And I want to let you know that you're doing a good job. Like, you're doing a really good job. I was like, oh my gosh. I'm like, Kaylin, don't cry. Oh, don't cry. Okay. So I decided not to cry and just, you know what I'm saying? But it was refreshing though. Like, it felt good talking. And he was doing most of the talking because I was a little nervous, you know what I'm saying? But he was doing most of the talking and it was about God. So I was like, period. You know, the girls love to talk about God. Okay. So yeah. So it was refreshing, and I feel like, yeah, he was saying everything like biblically correct. You know, like everything was correct, you know. So I'm like, okay, you know your stuff. Like, you reading out of that book. Like, you're not just making stuff up. So love it. Love God. Thank you, God, for sending him, bringing him. You know, it was in such an unconventional way, but you know, we here, and it was lit. And I'm tired. I'm coming from an interview. I'm on my way back to home. I can't wait to go to sleep. And yeah, that's it. I'm gonna give a full update, like Cali update video, ASAP. But I know today, right now, in this moment, God has definitely, like, yeah, he spoke some words, and yeah, it's been great. So I love you. Stay encouraged, stay faithful, continue looking for God, continue to seek God. You'll find him, you know. Ask for the desires of your heart that align with the Holy Spirit, and he got you on that too. So love you. I'll talk to you later. He was sitting right there.